Checking the pressure on my line. Pressure the two. This really happened. My fan clutch was going out or went out, and I didn't have a clue what was going on. In the process of revitalizing or doing a PMCS on my AC system, putting in new compressor, taking out the orifice tube, checking out the lines, basic AC stuff. I've done this on my other vehicles before. It was just routine. But this time, in the process of recharging my system, something went wrong. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6 cans of Freon. Are you serious? Hey, I know what I'm doing, okay? Now the air from the can went into the system because it showed on the gauge, but there was no Freon. And the clutch would engage, then it wouldn't engage. It was just clicking back and forth. That didn't make any sense. So I went on YouTube and found out why. And I did what the gentleman said, and the clutch came on and stayed on. But the Freon seemed to have a problem going into the system. Okay, my compressor would not stay on, it would cut off because it was not sensing any Freon going through it to save the compressor. So I went on YouTube and someone told me to take a paper clip and take my harness off of my dryer, this one here, and to take the paper clip and just connect it like this, and I did that, and my compressor stayed on, and the Freon went in, but it wasn't, something was blocking. I seen my line was cold, it had frost on it, but this actually worked. My compressor stayed on. It puzzled me, and I don't like to stick with one project that's not happening. I mean, something has to happen. If it's not happening, then I move on and get someone else to do it, because repeating the same mistake over and over again is not progress to me. Wasted. It looks like 6 cans of Freon. How did you do that? Well, the only way I can explain this is that some of those cans must have been faulty. The pressure may have went out. I don't know how long they were in the store, and you can't let these sit on the shelf that long. I mean, the pressure is going to leak somehow. And I thought also that something's wrong with my recharging hoses and connectors. It was puzzling. Thought that had my gauges. I had some extra nozzles there. I went out and bought another hose. I already had a nice hose. I got my thermal. Ready to go. I've done this before. So what is the problem? I thought, well, maybe something's going on with my hose. Maybe it's clogged up. So I began replacing parts, wondering something's just not working right. I thought, well, maybe the whole thing's messed up. So I went out and bought another one. And I'm checking my pressure. And there's a lot of, I mean, this needle was over in the red, but Freon wasn't going in. Hey, I know what I'm doing, okay? So I bought a new hose. I bought new clamps. I thought, well, maybe something's going on with my valve stems. The valve stems, something's not working. Then I thought, well, maybe my Schrader valve, something's going on with my Schrader valve. I mean, I changed out my orifice tube. I thought, well, maybe something's going on with my valve stems. Had my tools ready, but I wasn't. Well, maybe something's going on with one of my valves. I know sometimes these go bad. My last 2 cans went in. Well, I thought they did. After wasting 4 cans. I'm on my second set of cans, and they went in, but when I went inside, I had my vehicle on, had AC on high, had the windows down, and had, the fan blowing high. I didn't feel any cold air. I felt the line on the low side. It was cold. But where is my Freon going? Totally confused, and I was getting tired. It's been late. I mean, I've done this before. I know what I'm doing. You see? Totally confused. Okay. I went to the store 3 times to get Freon. And this was my last straw. If this doesn't work, I wasn't in the mood to discharge it and find out which valve stem was faulty. I didn't feel like fooling with my gauges. I didn't feel like fooling with my gauges and my pump. I was getting worn down. So I decided I'm just going to take it to the shop. I'm tired. And what if I go through all of this and nothing happens? So, I haven't done this in a long time. I know they're going to charge you and the labor is going to be high, especially dealing with the AC system. And I was right. That labor was over $300. And that total bill was over $600. I already knew it wasn't. I'll just get it over with. So when I took it, and they did the examination, it was my AC fan clutch. I never had a problem with my AC fan clutch before. And you can change this out really fast. I could do that. And when they told me that's what it was, my wife was saying, well, you can change that out. Well, yeah, but then we have to come back, make an appointment, and let the truck sit. I didn't have time for that. Just go ahead and knock it out. And they did. They was glad to do it. So, now you know. If you can take your hand and spin your fan, something's going on with your AC clutch, you got to swap it out. You're going to have some problems if you don't. Okay, we have a new fan clutch here. The fan is not supposed to just spin. It should have some resistance. You know you have a good fan clutch. But I was wondering why. I was told that the one that I had on the vehicle was not rated for this motor. Or compatible with my compressor. So I ended up taking it to a shop, and they told me that my AC clutch was not designed for my vehicle. It wasn't causing my AC system to be over pressurized, and that it needed to be replaced. And I kept hearing, the gentleman told me that the noise that I was hearing at this point was coming from the AC clutch, bad AC fan clutch, which I had them to change out. Now this bill came to over $600. I wasn't surprised, I wasn't shocked. I try my best not to take my vehicle to the shop anyway. And this, I haven't did this in a long time. Take it to the shop and come up with this huge bill. Now this was educational, so I went back and I'm doing this video on your AC clutch. Something could be going on with it. Now I could have changed this clutch out myself, but then that meant I would have to take my vehicle back and let it sit there. And I don't like letting my vehicle sit, because then I have to take everything out that's valuable. And you have to let it sit there in the parking lot. And sometimes they tell you, well, we're going to get to it today. And sometimes they tell you, well, we're backed up. And I'm just not comfortable with that. I mean, you come back and your tires are gone, or because you have to remove your tire lock for them, or tell them where you keep your key. So I wasn't comfortable. But anyway, I wanted this over with fast, which they did. They took my vehicle in, and I came and got it the same day, some hours later. But everything working fine. My AC's back working fine. The total bill was over $600. You say, for what? Well, you know, over $300 and something for labor. Fan clutch is where it causes AC pressure to be too high. It was really true. This really happened. But it wasn't all wasted. I learned the lesson. I learned something about my AC clutch that I did not know before, because I never had this problem or ran into this with anyone. Now you know. So I take this as paying for a class. So I did my research. I went online and checked some stuff out. And now I know. So this class cost over $600. That really true. This really happened.